Hello students, in this lesson we are going to find the slope for two given points on a graph. And as you can see at the top of the paper, we have our slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. As you know from prior lessons, the coordinates that we see in number 1, the first number here, 1, would be the x item, and 4 would be the y item. So we'd go over 1 on the x-axis and up 4 to find where that point would be. Same with the next one. -2 on the x-axis, up 10. So because we know these are x and y, we have to label them according to the formula. You can label them in either direction. You can, for example, you could label the number 1 as x2 and the 4 is y2. Then -2 would be x1 and 10 would be y1. But we're just going to make it simple. We're going to call this one right here. I'm going to call this one x1. We have to label each one so we can know what numbers we're going to insert into our formula. And this is very important that you do this every time. So you see now we took the 2 points on the graph with our coordinates, and now we're going to insert them into our formula up above. So let's just go ahead and say that M, which means slope, we're going to take the number for y2 we said is 10. And then the formula says minus, so we have to put that in there. And then the number for y1 is 4. And we're going to put that over our numbers for x2. Look at x2, minus 2. And again it says minus. And then our number for x1 is 1. So now we just have to do the math. Up here we have 10 minus 4. That's a 6. Over -2 minus 3. Adding 2 positives makes it a -3. Okay, we did the math, and yes, it is 6 over -3, but this is also a fraction that needs to be reduced. You can see that we can divide 6 by 3. It is a -3. Positive 6 by -3. It's going to end up as a -2. If we put that in slope form, it would be actually -2 over 1. Okay? Let's go ahead and do the next one. We have 6 and 5 and 2 and 3. Let's go ahead and repeat what we were just doing. x1, y1. x2 and y2. Using our slope formula. M equals, what's the number for y2? It's 3. Formula says minus. What's the number for y1? 5. Put that over. Our number for x2 is 2. Minus x1 is a 6. So let's put that down below. We have 3 minus 5, right? Or basically 5 minus 3, but the 5 is negative and larger. So this would actually be a -2. I'm saying that this is where we're going with that. All right, how about 2 minus 6? Same thing as up above. 2 minus 6 or 6 minus 2. 6 being the larger negative number, that's going to be -4. Now that's our math, but is this fraction reduced? We can divide each of these numbers by 2. And we have a division problem with 2 negatives, which will equal positive. So the reduction I'll put down below, which will be 2 divided by 2 will be 1. And 4 divided by 2 will be 2. Remember, two negatives divided into each other is a positive, so the m for this problem, or the slope, will be 1/2.